What's going on, everybody? Joshua Cook, VYPE Media here now, joined by John Cooper School football head coach Erik DeHaven. Of course, we're social distancing as best we can. And, well, Coach, first off, how are you and your family doing during this time of, social distancing, and for you also just being away from your athletes at this time?
Well, I mean, we're doing the best we can. The big thing for us, obviously, my family, we're healthy, we're safe. My wife and I and extended family. So hopefully we continue down that road. It is a difficult time period for everybody in the state. We're trying to connect with our players as much as possible through Zoom and things of that nature. Doing the coaches meetings the same way we're talking now. And then just looking towards the future, hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst type deal.
I know a big part of football programs is the springtime. A lot of coaches will tell you you don't win championships from August to December. You win championships from January to August. What are you doing right now to may change your philosophy a little bit on how to coach to these guys? What are your coaches doing? I've seen some coaching staffs have had actual defensive and offensive meetings of what they're going to do for next year. How are y'all approaching it?
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of doing the same thing as far as right now. We're using some new technology with just place and, getting a coaching tool out there for our players. We're doing the staff meetings like we're talking right now. And then, the thing we got to start planning for too is not just spring football, but what if, obviously if we don't have 7-on-7, we're going to lose a couple thousand reps and, as far as our passing game. And so we have to look at those things and try to still give our kids an advantage. So it's allowing our coaches to be creative during this time period and hopefully allows us to be successful.
I know this is a tough time for everyone because, you're having to change things. But, when this is all said and done, do you think you'll all be able to look back on this and go, hey, I never thought we could approach a coaching this way or approach getting guys information this way and kind of use these tools moving forward when y'all can be around each other again?
No, absolutely. And like I said, us partnering up with Just Play is something that we're excited about because we're able to send our kids, quizzes, get them really in depth and involved within our playbook. And prior to this, it's kind of, we haven't really thought of those type of things before. So it's going to be a different way of connecting with one another. And I think we can learn something out of this.
I know last season y'all reached the SBC championship game. I know that's the hope again this year. After your first year being John Cooper with the guys you've got coming back and looking at it, how excited are you about this group? It looks like you got some playmakers coming back.
Yeah, we're very excited. I mean, we have Ben Deloitte in the backfield, who averaged around 5 yards a carry. We're really excited about him. Jake Peterson is a monster for us. He's just getting bigger and bigger. And, he averaged around 6 yards a carry when we started giving him the ball. And what he does on defense is pretty spectacular. I mean, I could go through the list with these guys. Losing a kid like Thomas Okori is a big loss, and Case Harris and some holes up front. But at the same time, I'm really excited about the work we put in prior to all this hitting. And hopefully, we're using social media and things like that to give our kids at-home workouts. And hopefully those kids are being smart and they keep working.
So I know we've spent a lot of this time talking, football and the X's and O's and stuff, but we know you're at home watching Netflix and catch up on all the new shows. You mentioned to me you finished Tiger King. So as everybody in the country, what are your thoughts on Tiger King?
Different type of people. That's one of those no comments. They're definitely unique, and feel very blessed what I do.
It's a show though that sucks you in, right? From episode 1, you just have to finish it.
Well, yeah, it's like watching a train wreck, and like I don't know how else to put it. You just know it's going to be bad, and you just keep watching it.
Are you getting? I know, we're recording this on Friday, April 3rd, and I know last night they showed the 2006 USC versus Texas Rose Bowl, which I think is one of the greatest college football games to ever been played with the amount of talent on the field. What old games are you enjoying right now that they're throwing on TV, whether it be basketball, NCAA tournament, or 30 for 30s? I know you got to be eating this stuff up right now.
It's funny you say that because what we've kind of done, especially our offense right now, is we're looking at a lot of run games, old Oklahoma film, Nebraska option, kind of looking at some of the grassroots of football, and we're really utilizing our time trying to be creative, how to out leverage our opponents and things like that from basically the foundation of where football came from. So it's been a lot of fun.
What would be your favorite, like, if you could call ESPN and be like, hey, go back in the archives and get me this game and put it on ESPN, what would it be right now?
Honestly, I think you just mentioned it. The Texas USC game is something that I'll always remember. I remember exactly where I was when I watched it. I was a defensive coordinator in Phoenix, Arizona. One of my best friends, who's now a head coach in Colorado, was there with me watching the game, and it was something that was pretty spectacular to watch that amount of talent on a football field.
Yeah, I might age myself or you here, but I think I was a junior in high school when that and so, or maybe a freshman, 2006. I can't remember, but I remember where I was when I watched Vince Young run into the end zone and cap that amazing game. I guess finally, what's your message right now to any John Cooper School athlete that's watching this? I know the spring sports just got, canceled last week by SBC. What's your message to those seniors and just also just in general, your student athletes that are sitting at home?
Well, I think one of the big things that we have to understand is we can only control the controllable, the way we react to the situation. It hurts my heart for those seniors, especially the baseball players, the track runners and all those people who've worked so hard to lose their senior season. But this is something that's obviously bigger than all of us, and I choose faith over fear. And, we're just gonna all do our part to make it better.
Well, I can tell you we've enjoyed watching y'all's athletics Twitter account. If you don't follow JCS Athletics on Twitter, they've got crosswords on there with JCS history. They got senior spotlights. Y'all are really embracing social media, and I think the kids are enjoying it. We're enjoying watching it. And Coach, appreciate the time as always. Can't wait till we actually can see you again and you and your team in person. Hopefully at a football game come here in a few months.
Awesome, that'd be great. Thank you very much.